Good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of the Men's Lounge. Today is the second Monday in the month of August. So there's been one Monday already, there's a second one. And the interesting thing, today is 08/08/2022. That's today's date, 08/08. August is the 8th month of the year, and so 08/08. It means there's something special. Last week I had Sefa sitting for me. Sefa, thank you so much. You are a big brother. You're a brother I'd always want to learn a lot from. So thank you so much. And I hope I also get to sit in for you someday to come. Obviously, you know, in Akan, Benkum Jari Nifana Nife Jari Benkum. You know what I mean? Yes. So thank you. Just to say thank you so much. So guys, hey, let's get ready. Call a friend to call a friend that we are here about to discuss something very, very important. Feel free to join us on all our social media platforms at ETV Ghana. The WhatsApp lines will be open very early. 02022222054. Let the messages start coming. I'm going to go on my very first break. When I'm back, I'll tell you who is doing the discussion with me and what we'll be talking about. It's been some kind of a week, but hey, when we are back, we'll continue. Please stay with us. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, we are in the lounge about to start our discussion. Today, we are asking the question: is love enough reason to marry? When you begin to feel those butterflies in your belly, is that good enough reason to marry? I'll be doing the discussion today with Kelly Daniels. Kelly Daniels is a relationship consultant and a family advocate. I'm sure you know Kelly. Kelly has been with us a few times. Kelly, hi. Say hi to my friends.
Nice to be here again. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Happy Monday.
Let me respond for them. We are fine. So I'm not doing this with Kelly alone. I'm also here with Harrison Ahogba. Harrison Ahogba is an investment and a financial consultant, a life coach, and a bank. I'm sure you see from how he's dressed. Harrison, Charlie, you are closer, so give me the booster. Good
Okay,
one.
then let me give it to him then.
All right, guys.
Nice one.
So what we'll be discussing today is more like I put it in a question form that is love enough reason to marry? But before we proceed, how has your week been? Kelly?
My week has been quite good. I'm loving how it's evolving. Quite challenging and demanding, though. Of course, for every good news, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cooking, and I'm loving what it's looking like.
Okay, when it's cooked, please bring my share. That's all. My 10% is all I
Then
need.
just get your spoon ready.
Harrison,
Senior.
Charlie, dollar no.
Oh, my.
What are we doing about
Is that
it?
dollar now cross it? 9.1.
So I break it 8.
Oh, no, I'm breaking now. See 8. Dollar now, my overdraft.
But Charlie, what are we doing about it?
No, I think largely beyond the political discussion, we have to start looking inwardly because most of the time we are an import-dependent country.
Yeah.
So even as it is now, you still need more dollars to go and buy the little things we need. So until we start doing internal, like domestication, money burden. So unfortunately,
Charlie, let's come home. I mean, look, there are some that are within. There are some also that's beyond us. So let's just deal with that what's within. So let's talk about whether love is enough to be married. So guys, you know, in this our culture of arranged marriages where there seem to be sometimes, you know, in the past, some marriages are arranged, and interestingly they last. But I don't want to go into what makes marriages last. But just I'll bring you to discuss that one day. That those ones last, and these ones don't. In recent times they don't really last. But that's not why we are here. So let's in a way try to define what this love, this emotion that we feel called love. What is it? What is that love? What is love? Kelly.
Uh, all right, I was about to ask him to go first.
No, I want to hear from you.
Well, in different ways we might define it, but I found the most comfortable way to talk about it where I feel at peace the most.
Which is?
Love is the nature of God. Basically reflected in his acts. It's his nature manifested in who he is or how he exhibits it. So basically, I'll just say love is the nature of God. You can't talk about love and not talk about God. You can't talk about God and not talk about love. So what love is actually to say God personified. I say this because many people call love emotions, many people call love feelings, many people call love every other thing that could be a support system of what keeps love on. But it's not love in itself. You see, care is not love. No. Attention is not love. These things are very tricky. Gifts is not love. Um, all of these emotions, sex is not love. Marriage is not love. All these things are not love. They contribute to making love what it is, making it as rich as or potent as it should always be, but it's not what love is in the real sense. They say love is patient, love is kind, and love is that's not love. Those are characteristics that reflects the person of love. Again, love is a person and not a feeling or an act or love is God, period.
So love is God.
Love is God.
That's your most
Yes,
comfortable way
the
of
nature of God. Yes,
Okay,
the nature
okay.
of God is love.
Okay, how is
He
it?
is love himself.
How is it? Let's define love, and then let me know. Let's all know if 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 it matters in choosing a wife.
Well, to a large extent, it does. So I would say, to the extent that Kelly just mentioned that love is a person. So that means that it has, let's say, a birth, the growth process, and then to die. So every human being in that nature. So a person being that, yeah, to me, one when you can cry, and then the person would expire naturally.
Yeah.
So from what he just landed, so you would expect that, as you mentioned, you said it's somewhat an emotion. And it means that it has also the ability to go up and come down.
Okay.
So in its definition and in essence, you would say rightly so that it matters in marriage, but it is not the main ingredient that will make the soup nice.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's part of the many ingredients that goes into making the marriage work. But in terms of it being the main thing,
it's not number one.
It is not.
It's
number
not the
one.
protein.
No.
It's just part of the soup,
Sorry,
like some
carbohydrates
onion.
So at the end of the day, it helps in making the marriage work. Like Kelly rightly said, there are other ingredients. There are some things that act like salt, others would act like pepper, others would act like maybe spices and all, but ultimately you would see love in it, but it's expressed in various forms. So that's where the various synonyms that we assign to it is very deceptive. So somebody will substitute it with money,
Money, okay.
somebody will substitute with care, somebody will substitute with attention, but ultimately it is just the act of giving. And that giving can only be expressed when you are able to let go, like he rightly said, that it is the personification of God in its entirety. So basically from where you are, that's how come you will define your love because of the iPhone that you have. I'll define it based on the food I've eaten or where I've been taken to. So depending on where you are and how it fits you, then you can say that you want to do. But when it comes to relationship, it is not the main thing.
Should love be the foremost factor, to consider in choosing a partner, a life partner?
Should love be what?
The foremost factor. Should it be the foremost thing to consider?
Love is everything, yes. You see, let's now begin to narrow things down. Haven't defined what love is. I'd like to say that there's a love for the present and there's a love for the future. Balance it to make sure that the love expressed in the present positively reflects into the love manifested or expressed in the future. So, does love matter in marriage? That's what
I mean, should it be considered,
Should it be considered
as your foremost thing to look at in choosing a partner?
Where am I going in life? Do I love the me that I want to become enough to love this woman alongside what I see for myself in the future, or this man? So, love is taking this person out of the picture and seeing with or without this person, can I still achieve this? Because marriage is supposed to be a forever situation. So you project into the future, do you love seeing me and this person in the future that I have forecreated? If the answer is yes, then she fits in. I'm not going to emotionally attach her to my life because I feel comfortable with who she is. I'm projecting 30 to 40 years from now and seeing her relevance in my life, and I love what I see, and so I give it a shot.
So are you saying that, are you by that saying that love is the first to consider?
Loving what is more important than loving who?
I see.
Loving what is what are the factors around? Because if I say I love you, why? What are the factors that feed the decision of saying it's you I want, it's you I'm loving, it's you I want to keep?
Yeah.
So loving what comes before loving who?
I see. Loving
Because
what?
loving what is the content of the who, the container that I'm choosing.
Okay. Okay. I get that. Harrison,
Senior.
is love enough? Is love alone just enough to marry?
No, I don't think it is.
It's not?
For me, it wouldn't be the
I mean,
foremost thing.
hearing what love entails and love,
yeah.
and it's still not enough to
No,
marry.
it is not. It is not. You know, you rightly said in your intro that in the past there were some relationships that were largely
I mean,
arranged.
most really were
Yes.
most of them were arranged.
So just like Kelly mentioned, these are things that we nurture and they grow. Another aspect of love that is very silent is its communicative ability.
Okay.
So it speaks to issues. So the question we are rightly asking is that if it is the foremost thing for me, what about the other person?
Yeah,
Is
that.
it for the person? So it's not about you alone. It's a
okay.
thing. So at the end of the day, I can't say that it works for me and it doesn't work for you.
the other.
So ultimately, you'd want to position yourself and ask where you are going, whether even the person you are thinking of is even prepared to go with you. So Kelly rightly said we are all going here, how we would go, when we would go, the means by which we would go. All
Before
the-
considering the
before
who.
considering the who.
Yeah.
So then who is like the last
No,
person
no,
that
no,
comes
it's
up?
last cry.
Because at the end of the day, it's some people choose to walk, others will crawl, others will run.
Because I don't love you for you.
Yeah.
Oh. Because this is
Container.
the
Yes.
container
Yeah, of
that
course.
carries the real you.
Okay.
So how far is the you that I don't see projected into the me that I can foresee?
I remember we said it's a person, so again, there will be a growth process.
Process,
Sometimes
And
it
it
can
will
be,
die.
Oh, no,
Yes,
Yes.
because emotions fade.
Yeah.
All these other factors fade. So assuming all those other things don't exist, what do you weigh?
you know, we
In
have
my heart for
stunted
the
growth,
future
right?
I see for myself.
So
Exactly.
again, the
Because
love
certain
can-
people, once they realize you're in love with them, they relax.
That's it. It doesn't grow.
They stop growing. They stop putting in
They
effort to
stop growing
become
or
the
they stop
better
loving?
version of themselves.
No,
Once they stop growing, they stop loving
Loving.
because you see, that's where we now talk about the different love languages. You love me so fantastically by your term, but by my term, you're just scratching the surface. Meanwhile, you say, "Oh, after all I've done for him, I gave him my all." What all? Which what of
Where's
part
the
of the
all?
all? Which what of the all? That all for me.
It's not all, there's more.
I feel I have started the all.
We just
Because you
started,
don't know what makes me tick.
Yeah.
You don't know what
Yeah.
makes me happen. You don't know what makes me me. And so you keep loving me in the wrong direction, expecting the right result. It doesn't work.
I see. But you see, so this love, is it a feeling?
It's not. It's not. A,
you
it's
won't
a
say
feeling is a
it is.
characteristic of what
Yes.
love is, but it's not love in itself.
So what is it? Is that an emotion?
Again,
Okay.
because
Or is that one is also characteristic of
This is what love is. Love is a decision.
it's a decision.
Yes.
and that comes with all these attributes because at the end of the day, whether you choose to be emotional or not, it's a decision.
Uh-huh.
Whether you choose to ask you to express your
It's also a
emotion,
decision.
it's also a decision.
Okay.
As to the timing, the location and all those things, it's also a decision. There are some people who can harbor things and they are like, it's not like they are not in pain, but they just decide not to show it
Not to
at
show
that
it.
particular
They won't
moment. So
I see.
they won't show.
So when you begin to feel or realize that you are either making that decision or about to make that decision, or you are feeling that you are about to, or you'll be making that decision, how do you know whether that feeling or that emotion, that time, how do you know whether it is love or some infatuations?
No, it's a very slippery slope, because you know the that feeling,
Yeah.
it's unexplainable. If you have experienced it before, it's not necessarily because of marriage, but even towards something that you really love. Assuming you're even going to get a phone, something that you have planned to acquire. You see that even in a car, if there's traffic, it's as if you want to alight and run. I don't know whether I've had that feeling
Absolutely.
before. So the same thing that is extended to this. So when you expand the discussion or the narrative, now you put yourself in the shoe and say that this thing I'm feeling. That's why you have to quickly prick yourself and say, hey, take it easy, take it
I
easy.
was
It's
about
not
to say
common
something.
sense that
You see, the thing is, as a relationship consultant that I am, when many people are eager to see me for counseling and say, oh, we want to do counseling, we're ready to get married, those are the ones who don't have a clue about marriage at all. They don't know love at all. Anyone eager, anyone super excited, anyone anxious, anyone imbalanced, it's not ready. Actually, it's the ones who don't want it that actually are qualified. And the most reason why they don't want it is because they know that love is work.
Yeah, that's it.
Love is a lot of work. I don't care whether you married a demon or an angel. Love takes work to happen.
Yeah.
So it's the mature ones who know that, Charlie, if I invest this kind of work into this now, I still have a lot of things to cover in my life. I think I need to work on myself a little bit and do this, that, and the other first before introducing another person into my life. So basically, I think that love is work. And when I say work, I don't mean it's a death sentence. It just takes all of you.
But another interesting thing, this work, it doesn't get done. On your 8 to 5.
No,
anyway.
nobody
No,
finishes.
it
Does
doesn't-
anybody
does-
even finish that
You
way?
don't even graduate either. So that be careful how the work you choose.
You know, before we started, I did say that one old man told me that, Nanaya, be very careful. That moment you start feeling that thing they call love, it is actually common sense leaving you. So somebody has to remind you.
You know the
and
funny
pinch
thing,
you to know
sometimes
that
when you are being
my
pricked,
friend,
sometimes when you are being pricked, so don't worry.
oh, don't worry, I'm okay.
I know what I'm doing.
I got this.
You are not.
You got
you
nothing.
don't know nothing. You are not around.
And most of the time you are like, that day or that time,
What was wrong with me?
something was holding me back,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I ignored it. But instinctively, we are saying that it's hard work.
It's hard work.
And knowing very well that it doesn't work in unilaterally. It's
It has to be both
Mutual.
parties.
and
It
then
has to be
anything goes beyond that because there are other stakeholders,
Involved.
seen and unseen, that
Forces.
that forces it to take the form in which
Yeah.
you want it to be. So it's the kind of work that there's no beginning time.
There's no end
You're always learning.
Okay,
That's
so
the funny thing.
it's actually a discovery
process.
of knowledge you admit,
Yeah,
of which you want to keep working at,
which keeps changing very fast.
which keeps evolving, and so you've got to be mature enough to evolve before it evolves.
So you should be at the bus stop
So
before
you
the
can
bus
predict
comes.
the way I'm going.
it's-
This is
it's-
how I'm
It's
going to
beginning
be.
to sound like work now.
No, it is.
work.
It is. It is. It's
Look,
a-
this
it is.
excitement I'm feeling, can I manage it?
It is.
How can I manage it to give me positive results regardless?
Yeah.
Because excitements are meant for children. And children are imbalanced in their thoughts. They want it now. They want it now. And they want all of it
And they
now.
won't share.
And they won't share. No, don't bring
That sharing can bring a problem. Let's leave that one out. But you know, in recent times,
Yes.
there's a lot you hear about compatibility. I've seen that aspect of science where you want to check your whatever.
I know that one.
That one, yes. The doctors are not here today.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing my
Yeah,
doc
yeah,
shirts,
yeah.
so I can't speak
Yeah,
too much to it. So there's that aspect, but relating it only strictly to the aspect of relationship. What is that compatibility, and how do you tell if you are compatible with a partner or not?
Okay, very simple. Compatibility.
You say the thing is work. Now you are saying it's simple. But
No,
it's
no.
not.
The understanding of what it takes is simple. It's the workability that is the work.
Okay.
So, it's not, compatibility is not feeling. It's not emotional. Compatibility is knowing the you that you where you are and will be or can be, and you are searching for someone who best fits the you that you are, evolving into the you that you're about to become. Let me just break it down. So you have a purpose in life, you have a calling in life, you have an assignment in life, you have a goal in life, and you're pursuing it regardless of this person coming into your life. So whether or not I fall in love, I lie in love, I sit in love, or stand in love, or run in love, or jump, fly, before love comes into the matter, I'm on a course.
Yeah.
However, compatibility now means that I check where you're also going vis-a-vis mine. Are we going in the same direction? And I don't necessarily mean the same career path or the same goal in life, but invariably, after all is said and done, what do you want to achieve with the result of what you're doing for yourself? If the goal is similar or same with mine, even if we are not on the same path, I consider that relationship a very, very compatible relationship. Because you are looking out for anything that benefits you to achieve your goals. You are doing same. We are going to achieve the same unanimous, agreed, or happy, or mutual result.
Okay.
Case in point, a company wants to open another branch and then sends 2 members of staff there. You handle marketing, you handle operations. Now, these are 2 worlds apart. But you're working for the common good of the company. At the end of the day, is the company better than it was before you opened the branch? Yes. Why? Because you both agreed to open a branch together and bring results or returns to the company and did the company proud. So when the CEO or the whoever is promoting you both, it's not because you worked together per se, but you worked in understanding that there's a mutual ultimate goal to be met. So you can't say that a medical doctor must necessarily marry a nurse. A medical doctor can marry a pilot and still have their life goals met and the family happy.
Okay.
But
So,
basically,
yes.
not to cut you, but
No, you can cut me actually.
Just
Just don't use a knife.
Is there something interesting about the part of goal congruence and promotion? So it could be in the same example to pick from that. I'm maybe an operations person and you are a salesperson. Ultimately, we are working towards a certain goal. If I don't pull up my weight, he will be promoted.
That's it.
You got what I'm trying to say? So
And you will be replaced.
I'll be replaced. So there are various things that he has. So he has taken his job seriously. He's working, reporting to duty, doing A, B, C, D because he really thought with your support we could do this. So there are times again Kelly would stop and say, Harrison, hurry up, let's go.
And you are like,
but there are times you be like, Charlie, the way the team they go.
You need to find somebody else who will move with you.
You get it, because ultimately we'll miss the objective.
Great. Well, if not for today, I didn't know you could relate, operations and sales. But as I say, we are going to go on a break. Please stay with us. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, we are still here discussing how much love matters in marriage or in getting your partner. And so is love enough reason to marry? It's a question you and I should find answers to. I'm still here with Kelly and Harrison. And like I said before I left, if Harrison didn't come today, I wouldn't have known that I could relate operations and sales to marriage life. But it's okay. We learn each day and we keep learning. So guys, welcome back. Make sure you keep sending us the messages on all the social media platforms. When I get it, I will read it. And of course on WhatsApp 02022222054. Now, when we started talking, right, we did say that love is part of the several things that will make the marriage work. Correct?
Yes.
All right. In that case, can a marriage survive without love?
No, it can't. Every
But love
marriage
is supposed to be just a part of
No,
it.
no, I that wasn't my opinion.
I didn't say it was yours, but I'm
Okay.
saying it's just a part of it, part of several things. So without it, can the several things survive marriage?
Let me say this quickly. Marriage can survive with common sense alone put in place.
Kelly, where survivor means what?
Marriage can be beautiful with common sense in place. What is common sense? Common sense is the rightful application of understanding.
At the right time.
That's why I say rightful. Rightful application of understanding. How do you understand what's going on in your marriage right now? It depends on what you respond to or react to.
Okay.
There's a difference between a reaction and a response. A reaction is something that comes impulsive and most of the time turns out negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
A response is a premeditated solution processed to then agree upon execution or action. So common sense is what rules marriage. But then common sense comes from the decision to love the person. Because I can't apply common sense to just anybody. Love is the main factor. Love is the reason for common sense. I have to love you. I have to choose to love you to want to invest my common sense on you, because common sense in itself truly is not common.
So that's what I was going to say.
Yes,
it depends on
it's
where.
not. It depends on what common sense means to an average person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, so I think
context.
maybe wisdom is the word I should use here, because love is the crust of livelihood. Applying it in marriage then means that the choice to invest the work involved is what would make the marriage work, which is common sense or wisdom, as you would want to place it.
Okay, Harrison.
Yeah.
Would you say? I mean, I picked that from you.
Yeah,
Also, that
sure.
love is part of the several other things that make up the marriage, that will make the marriage last. So if you take out love and leave the several other things, why can't the marriage last?
No, it can't. It can't last.
Why?
You know, it's like it's a firm foundation. It's more of the iron rod that holds the cement and other things together firmly, to the extent that its absence can easily be felt, but its presence, one show you so it's there.
Right.
It is there, but if it is not there,
It can easily be taken for granted.
it can be taken for. So I get where you come from when you mentioned that in the context of using common sense or wisdom. You know, when you're doing something or you're applying a certain thing, the person who does not know or cannot understand why you are doing what you are doing wouldn't know that you are being wise.
True.
No, he thinks that
Because if love is not there, you can actually react and spoil everything and everybody go to their father's house. Let's just
so that's
end
it.
it here.
Simply put, that its absence can really be devastating, and its presence can easily be ignored. But the effect, you don't want to quantify it.
Okay, so we are both saying that love is part of the various other things, but
We can't do
it is
that.
more like the biggest ingredient in it. It's needed. If not, it won't survive. We are all agreeing.
It's
to
the
that.
factor
It's the
held
factor.
by all other characteristics.
Now let's talk money. We are men. We cannot live here without
We
talking
need
money.
that discussion.
So we've spoken about love.
Great,
Now money.
great.
How important or is money a factor to marriage?
I remember you mentioned earlier that love is not money, right?
Yes, love is not money. Yes,
Love is not money. But
So
I'm asking
love
that.
is
So
not
is
money.
money an important factor?
money is a necessity to keep love going. Yes. Without it, in fact, I think after love and wisdom, money is next.
So,
money doesn't come first.
No, counselor. Most of the time, Nana, most of the time, what we really miss to talk about when we are considering a relationship is this money thing.
Right.
Okay.
But it plays a very important.
How should it be looked at? What limit? What's the most comfortable situation you want to put that in to talk about money in a relationship?
I'm sure Kelly will tell you cannot be fixated on the approach.
We can't say that we need 200,000 to start dating.
No. You need the understanding of individual visions, because the main ingredient of accomplishing your mission is not money. That's not the capital you need. You need zeal. You need drive. You need passion. You need motivation. You need morals. You need integrity before you even say, okay, I need money.
You know the funny thing, Kelly, is that I read somewhere that the word currency even makes it scary because it's a currency it flows.
It's not
No,
static.
I don't be
It
with
can
you.
change.
No, of course.
Yes, because if you say, oh, I want, especially many ladies who say, oh, I want to marry a man who has a good job, because I'm also working on myself to ensure that I also have money to support. Okay, you marry and within 3 months, the man loses his job, your business crashes. Are you going to say the marriage is over? That's now going to be the true test of what you claim you felt, if it was a feeling called love. That's why I said love is a choice. So money is a very, very important factor. But you see, unless you see this maturity thing, it's not a financial factor. No. It's a personal character formation that puts you in a point to say and do and think the right way at the right time. And then money now lubricates that engineering.
Okay, Kelly. Money, love. Which one should come up first?
Oh, love.
Love first.
Yeah, love first.
And then money after.
Support.
So love conquers all.
Yes.
Okay.
Money supports all.
Money supports all and love conquers all.
Nah, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let me make it simple.
Great.
We talk about how, of course, we say love conquers all and all that. When love is fresh, the romantic parts and all, everything, you know, bearing in mind that love conquers all, right? Okay. Now, when the relationship grows, when the marriage grows, does love begin to diminish or does it reduce? Naturally, does it just reduce? And then it becomes work for you to try and keep it up?
So, Kelly, you would admit that when you plant a seed, when you plant a seed, whichever seed it is, the seed in your hand doesn't matter as much as where you decide or you choose to plant.
So yes.
So which seed you have, there are some seeds they can germinate anywhere. There are some seeds you need some specific environment for them to be able to succeed. Granted, all grounds are the same.
Right.
When you plant or you sow that seed, there are things you need to do.
Okay.
Put manure, the right type of soil, whether you would water, morning, afternoon, evening. So all these things shows that you are nurturing the tree or the seed to grow. And don't forget, you are planting a seed, but there's a tree in the seed. So you can very rarely say that you are counting you can count the number of seeds in an orange, but the love will make you count the number of trees in a seed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's what it is.
You see, this has been more like a complaint from a lot of, you know, people, relationships that I've seen or heard of that. When the relationship grows, it's beginning to sound as though it's natural that the love begins to diminish, if not just lessen, probably go off entirely.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask why, but I'm saying
whether it's normal.
Is it normal?
No, Kelly, I think it is, because even in normal studies of business, product life cycle, there's a time you introduce a product based on some understanding of the market. It gets to a point, the product gets saturated for a while. you now ask yourself, where I am, what do I need to be relevant in this relationship? Because sometimes complacency and stuff come in. So at the end of the day, myself, my partner, we get to a level. Yes, when we were laughing and joking and all, we didn't have kids. We were not paying some kind of bills. We were not buying diapers.
Yeah.
Things were not like they used to be. Like
Yeah.
he said, I didn't lose my job. 3 months down the lane, I've lost my job. So the circumstances at the time will let you know whether you really want to keep going. And you and I know there are some products that came to the market and you can't find them again.
Oh, of course, I know one.
But
planter.
some, yes, but some have stood the test of time, like soap.
Yeah.
How come? You see, they keep re-engineering themselves,
yeah.
trying to be relevant. So it's true. It gets to a stage where it gets stuck.
But
Stunted
it's
growth
up to you.
happens.
It's up to you.
What do you want to do?
spice it
What
up
do you
and
want to
make
do
it
with
different.
it?
So that obviously tells us that marriage is not an easy, should I say venture or institution? Does it mean that? Okay, let me put it this way: it's marriage for everyone.
Marriage for everyone who is ready to make it happen.
So if you're not ready to, forget it.
It's not compulsory. It's not by force.
So then marriage is not for everyone.
It's for everyone who. They said there's a clause. It's for everyone who is willing to work it out.
I like that part where it
Yeah.
said work it out
So
because
for everyone that is ready. So those who are not ready, it's not for them. So it means marriage is not for everyone.
It's available to them. They
That is
choose
a
not to access
test it.
the possibilities. It's for everyone. It's a choice.
Do you agree
No, I
that
do, I
marriage
do,
is for
I do,
everyone?
I do. Obi abe to me aware.
Yes, anybody at any stage in your
Yeah,
life
yes.
could marry. Putting. See,
So no, Kelly, wait. so as a man,
Yeah, yeah.
is it only marriage that makes you complete? Hold on. Please let's go for this break. We'll be back shortly. Back if you're just joining us, we are still discussing the issue of love and how important it is. I'm sure you know already. And I'm still here with Kelly and then Harrison. And so before I left for the break, I did ask that, is it only marriage that completes a man? But before they proceed to speak, let me just take these messages from our platform. So this is coming from Benjamin. Benjamin said, yes, it's not enough to marry, because it's very important that if you're a human being, love is very important with you in life. Thank you very much for this. Okay, so Benjamin, thank you for your message, but try and be a bit clear next time. And this is from Eunice. Eunice says, I am watching. Thank you, Eunice, for watching. And this is from Priscilla Nakwezi Mukokabi from Namibia. Oh, okay. And we need to talk more about these. Oh, okay. Thank you. We'll talk more about these things. Okay. Thank you for watching. The phone lines are open, and the phone line is 0555 657278. Feel free, call us. Let's talk. 0555 657278. And keep your messages also coming. We'll make sure we read them. There's not much time, but that one important question: does marriage complete a man?
You go for it.
marriage, put in the right perspective, is an added advantage to what a man can become. Marriage is not an end to a means. It's a means to an end.
So it doesn't complete. That's not what makes a man complete.
No, I'm going somewhere, but marriage can help me get there. But
Kelly,
marriage is
so
not where I'm
don't go
going.
there yet. There's a caller. Good evening, caller. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello, can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from. All right. Please try and call back. We seem to have lost you. So please, you are going somewhere. Continue.
Yes. Marriage is a means to an end. The end of what you call an end, when you say a man is fulfilled in life, is when his purpose in life is defined and achieved.
Okay.
And marriage can lubricate that attainment or achievement.
Okay.
So marriage is not what a man should look up to say I have arrived. Marriage is like an ingredient necessary for a final product.
For a final product. Hold on right there. Good evening, caller. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Yusuf Ibrahim Ali. I'm calling from Kumasi.
Hi, Yusuf. Please, let's hear you.
I really like your program.
Thank you.
And I can see the kind of question that you ask. I'm very interested in it, and I'm just watching it right now just to have an understanding to that.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Just keep listening. I'm sure you'll get the answer from either Harrison or Kelly. Thank you so much for calling. Kelly, you didn't land. You are about to land. But you know that will be wrapping up as well, because I'll go to Harrison after.
well, because we'll be wrapping up, I can't answer all the questions the way I'd really want to teach it.
I know.
So on Instagram, please follow at Kelly Daniels Office. Just follow at Kelly Daniels Office on Instagram. And my next singles and married nights at the Silverbird Cinema is coming up on the 2nd of September. Please register now, because the people who attended the previous ones have booked in advance for the next one to come. So please follow at Kelly Daniels Office, book your seats, and let's make it available. Now, to wrap this up, I'm just going to say this.
Harrison is the one going to wrap up finally.
From my perspective.
Okay.
You said when you land, you
Man,
blast us, right?
this is my conclusion.
Yeah.
Man, know thyself. Woman, know thyself. Marriage doesn't define you. You define marriage based on the maturity that has evolved from you. You don't go into marriage because you want to be happy or for someone to make you happy. You take your happiness into it and make the best out of your marriage based on the level of maturity you have attained to make your marriage beautiful.
Okay. Harrison,
so
you have the last word.
the same thing. Just to say that whatever state you call completion, that marriage makes you complete, it's a state of mind. It's really not a destination.
It's part of the common sense.
Because you see, at a point that you think you have arrived,
Yeah.
I feel it will be a shiny
Yes,
journey,
yes,
right?
yes,
So
right.
we'll say that it's a journey, very interesting one, intriguing, with challenges, with prospects, and every day you keep discovering, getting to know yourself better, getting to understand, communicate, and also. Let's keep the conversation going, knowing very well that we have our individual differences, bringing it into a certain environment to see how we can unlearn, relearn, and then we'll learn a new thing.
Well, so how we can unlearn, relearn, and then obviously see how we can move forward. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you so much, Harrison. And thank you guys for being part of our evening. We're going to come your way next week with another topic and something you would love to discuss with us. Thanks to all those who sent messages, and thanks for your calls as well. Thank you to you all. And please stay safe. It's not too cool out there. The pressure the dollar is high. So let's pray and do our part. And next week, I'm hopeful that by next week it will drop from 8 to 7 or something. That'll be by 9. Okay. Anyway, we'll see you next week.